Okay. Oh, I hear myself. That's nice.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Shira, if you're watching, it's Mac. How's it going? Sorry you're sick. Ooh, that's too loud for me.
It is just a sound check. Bear with us, folks.
Check, check. Sound crisp. I sound loud. There we go. That's better. Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and
Check, check, check. What's up, Seattle?
Hello, Seattle, Washington, and welcome to Memorial Stadium, the home of your Seattle Cascades. Tonight's event is the legendary Cascades Cup, a mixed-gender game against our friends from Oregon. Please give a warm welcome to our visiting team, the Portland Swifts. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Please make some noise for your Seattle Cascades. Number 0, Kelly Johnson. Number 5, Dennis Cassio. Number 7, Henry Fan. Number 9, Gina Titko. Number 14, Sam Rodenberg. Number 15, June Rapasura. 17, Charlie Ivey. 21, Jess Spalding. 22, Mark Munoz. Number 30, Mark Burton. Number 31, Steph Quinn. 33, Sophia Palmer. 42, Cam Bailey. 50, Charlie Mercer. Number 58, Lexi Garrity. Number 61, Nick Mann. 71, Ari Lozano. 77, Lily Gu. Number 80, Martin Lee. 89, Jay Boychuk. And number 90, Shane Worthington. And our mix number 16, Jesse Bolton, your Seattle Cascades. And now, the national anthem of the United States of America. And now, captains will meet in the center of the field for the coin toss. And fans, did you know the Seattle Cascades is one team with 3 rosters? Tonight, the mixed roster is playing. Meanwhile, our women's roster finished their 2019 season undefeated. That's right. The open roster also kicked some butt. And the 2020 season is going to kick off in late March. Season tickets are on sale now. Check out our website for those and to learn a whole lot more about the team at SeattleCascades.com. Check it out.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Seattle, Washington. We're at Memorial Stadium, and we are here for the Portland Swifts versus your hometown, Seattle Cascades. This is a mixed rostered game. It's going to be really, really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. My name is Molly McKeon.
I'm Anthony Zag Ziegler.
And we're here to hopefully give you a good show along with the players on the field. Hopefully we're a little bit more entertaining. Just kidding. It's all about the players. Let's get started. It's a mixed roster game. The way that they're going to determine 4-3 or 3-4 lines is by quarter. So like first quarter, it'll be 4 women on the field. Second quarter will be 3 women on the field, something like that. We'll figure out which one it's going to be after the once the coin toss goes and once they all get on the line. But we're going to start talking about some players, and there's a lot of players on both the Seattle Cascades and the Portland Swifts rosters that are. All of them are worth talking about. I'm going to get us started a little bit with Portland. You'll definitely want to watch out for Brenna Bailey, Shea Brennan, Rafi Hayes, Alexa Future Ramersa, all just incredible athletic players, incredible cutters, incredible defenders. Really looking forward to seeing what they can do against the Seattle Cascades.
And for Seattle, we got, of course, the veteran Mark Burton. I'm going to say look out for HP Stacks, Henry Fan, number 7. Number 5, Dennis Castillo, June Rapacira, and the other Mark Munoz.
Now known as the other Mark.
The other Mark.
The real Mark. Let's go
Yeah.
with that. Mark Munoz is the real Mark.
Mark with a C.
Exactly, the real one.
Shout out South Sports.
Yeah, there's so many different names that we could talk about, and a lot of these players have been playing all summer together. We have 3 players that played on the open team that are also playing tonight that are identified as female. Chena Titcomb, Charlie Eide, and Charlie Mercer, and Stephanie Lim. 4. Looking forward to seeing what their veteranship and their leadership and poise on the field from a whole season of AUDL rules is going to really, I think, push them forward a little bit against this Portland team.
Another nice little thing is number 80, Martin Lane.
Oh, yes.
He's from the state championship Cleveland team, so he's still in high school. Young man balling out here. He's had a pretty good year, I would say.
Yeah, he was a force to be reckoned with during the semifinals and finals of the high school boys season. I got the pleasure of watching him in his semifinal game, and I was just blown away. Such a talented player. I'm looking forward to see what he can do tonight. Shout out to everybody watching, especially Shira Stern. I know you're watching.
Our game this evening will be played with a mixed gender roster on each side. Each quarter.
It was just pouring down. Right before we started hopping on here, it was just coming down, cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Shout out Nickelodeon.
Cat dog.
Yeah.
Right now it's just kind of sprinkling. Wouldn't even call it rain really for both these teams, Northwest area.
Yeah.
People are just still in their raincoats because that's what they warmed up in.
Because you ain't never know it could come back.
I kind of hope it does because we saw Mark Munoz make a bid during warm-ups and he went at least 10 feet.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see someone get to
wet turf, that slip and slide.
I want to see someone get far. Who gets the farthest slip and slide tonight? That's one of the stats that myself and Zig No Zag are going to keep track of.
That is a very underrated stat.
Yeah, we're going to keep track of that. Don't fret, people. Not sure if you can hear too much over the loudspeaker, but good old Dave Bestock is live in the booth up there, and he was talking about the Cascades program. The Cascades program has 3 different rosters, an open roster, a mixed roster, which is what you're seeing tonight, and a women's roster. And the mixed roster, I believe, has been undefeated. This is their 3rd game of the season. The last game they played was against Ellipsis from Australia, and that was an extremely entertaining game. Ellipsis gave them a lot of trouble, but Seattle, I think, kind of closed it out at the end. And then the women's roster was undefeated throughout the whole season, just kind of destroying everyone that they ended up facing. And the open roster did well. They did all right. They were entertaining. Team's just still getting warmed up. Gonna get ready to play shortly. We're gonna try to stay warm here. Everyone watching on YouTube, you're the lucky ones. It's pretty cold out here, but so far no breeze. None of the flags that I can see are moving at all. Again, the rain actually has stopped now. If I look ahead up above me in the lights, see no rain.
It's a warm 43 degrees right now.
Ooh. It's like a sauna.
Yeah.
Sauna in this open area table.
Everybody dripping. I don't know if it's sweat.
Not us. We're dry.
I mean, I got some drip. Speaking of drip, if you know people at the game, tell them to check out the South Sports merchandise booth.
Definitely.
It's moving.
Yeah, I think depending on how soon we end the broadcast, I'm going to make my way over there real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe during halftime even. So you had to do stuff without me.
I can secure you one. You know I'm South Sports.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not just me,
I
but
know.
like.
I know.
Yeah.
I am South.
Ooh.
No, so many talented players from South End. Loves giving them everything that they want. Just like everybody else. Teams are starting to figure out which line they're going to go on to start this game. They both seem to be trying to occupy the eastern end zone. Maybe we'll have a Rosham or a arm wrestle for side versus coin toss. I'm just kidding.
I like the thumb wrestle. Thumb war.
Yeah, I would love a thumb war. That's how we should. That's how we're going to tell the Exton and the ADL. That's how they should decide everything from now on before a game starts. No coin toss anymore. Thumb wrestling. Thumb war. And you got to do the countdown with the rhyme. of course.
Speaking of the South End, there's like 8 players on the Cascades roster that have been affiliated with the South End Ultimate scene. So it's just great to see them out here still grinding.
And a lot of those players aren't even here tonight. Like, there's a handful here, but there's even more that can't make it tonight.
And the young ones are coming.
Oh, they're so good. Like, again, keep your eyes out for Martin Lee, number 80, on the Cascades. I'm expecting some big plays from him. And the way that I would describe the Cascades is that they're just a team of grinders. So I would say the captain of that line is probably Lexi Garrity. Loves to grind out points. Like, the longer the better for her. She just wants to get that play time. She wants to get those reps, and she wants to just outrun everybody.
On the pull is my brother, Mark Munoz.
The real Mark.
Yeah. Switched up his number.
Number 22 now.
I guess he's feeling twice as good.
Yeah, I was like, go from a
Normally
1-1
number
to
11.
a 2-2. Portland Swift start out in a hoe stack. Looks like we're starting with 4 men, 3 women on the field for this quarter.
As June Rapids.
Ooh, Vega.
Hey.
Kelly Vegas Johnson does one of the things that she does best and kind of just set up that block, gets a run through D. Cascades have about 40 yards to go, now about 20. Charlie ID with the disc now. Ooh, piece of it by number 7 on the Swiss, but
Everybody
Vegas
in
able
the
to dig it
club
out.
getting tipsy.
Ooh!
Yes, sir.
The good mark. The gooder mark, the best mark. Which one? What was it again?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Euro step. And
That's that
Cascades start with a
Euro.
break.
That's a good start for the Cascades.
Yeah, Kelly Johnson making her presence known on the first point, maybe third pass of the game.
You know the origins of her nickname?
I do, but it's a secret.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kelly Vegas Johnson has a different story every time. I believe it was Megan Meagles that gave her that nickname, another commentator for the AEDL. Please tweet at me if I'm wrong. My Twitter handle is MOLLYMCK and the number's 21. Feel free to tweet at us, please, especially Shira.
Yeah, you can tweet at me too. Zig no zag. Straight like that.
Yep.
At me.
At us, please.
Us.
Us. Jess Spalding now with the pull for the Cascades.
Trust.
Really glad that we have Jess Spalding here tonight. I love watching her throws. The width of the field really plays to her strength with all of her big throws. Swift's moving up the field. Find Katie Blaze.
Ooh.
Brenna Bailey now with the disc. Rafi Hayes now with it.
Mark got the guns out. Ain't no sun out, boy.
I know, I love the sleeveless look on him. I have a feeling that whoever uses the width of the field better tonight is going to end up being victorious.
Like
and as they attempt it, they just go a little bit too far. Like, by using the width, you also have to be successful with the width.
What'd they say? Commentator's curse?
Yep, that was it. My bad. My bad, Portland. I like y'all.
Nah, you're good.
Nick Mahan, also known as Salmon, throwing the disc to Charlie Dengue Mercer.
Oy.
Mercer dumping it back to Mark. Munoz with a nice around backhand to Salmon. And Salmon with a little offhand backhand to number 8. Ooh, and that is Martin Lee. I love it.
He's a senior.
Bum, bum, banana.
He's a senior.
Bum, bum, banana.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 30 seconds left of the first quarter. Seattle is now up 2-0. They're up 2 breaks. Portland, they're in this. They just got to kind of keep continuing their cuts, get a little bit more comfortable with each other, a little bit more comfortable in these conditions. The disc is probably wet, especially if it hits the ground.
I think the warm-up factor is probably playing in right now because the Cascades were out here like 30 minutes before while it was dumping down out here in straight rain gear.
Yeah.
And Portland was a little tardy.
Yeah, it was very fun trying to figure out who was who because everyone kind of looked the same in hoods and raincoats and pants, and it was hard to figure out who everyone was. But now that they're all in their jerseys and not in as much gear, a little bit easier.
Hey, who are you? Can I have your number?
Yeah, that was pretty much the whole hour before this broadcast, people. It was great. Got to know everybody really well.
Oh, yeah.
Seattle with a little bit of a junkie. Love that idea. They're kind of in a person, but they're definitely like off their people poaching in the lanes, making it hard for them. I think that's Shea Brennan with the disc that just dumped it to the sideline.
Who the heck is
And a
17? Ooh.
wow.
That was a rocket.
And that's an excellent hold by the Portland Swifts. I believe that was John Lee with the catch. That was an excellent throw. I don't know who that was that threw it, but dang, that was a good throw. Yeah, I believe that was number 40, possibly with the throw. Vin. If you can get the replay, definitely check that out. And they made quick work of that possession. It's 10 minutes, 12 seconds left. Clock was at 30 when the pull went up. Excellent use of the field by the Swifts.
You think the little junkie was just an attempt to like gain some information on how they would react?
Probably. Like that was the first deep shot that we've seen from anyone. But I also think that Portland was trying to use the middle of the field a little bit more, and Seattle probably wants to stop them from going to the middle and get them trapped on the sideline.
Ooh, spin pull.
I love spin pull by Rafi Hayes. We got Steph Slim Lim out here on the field for the first time, throwing it to Mark Burton.
The veteran.
The veteran. Got Lexi Garrity already starting to grind. Has Boychuk streaking up the line. Hayes with the
HP.
Ooh, and we got Henry Fan going deep, but he's got number 44 in his back.
Going up.
Oh, number 44, Owen Murphy, getting up just a little bit higher than Fan.
Get back, HP.
You gonna at some point. Hammer with usage. Love it.
Shout out MC. Lexi.
Oh, and Lexi, grind captain herself.
That's how you get diamonds. You apply pressure.
And yes, I knew it. Burton immediately picks up, throwing
With
it to his longtime teammate, who scores on her current teammate. Oh, Lexi Garrity, doing what she does best, just out grinding everybody.
Lexi Garrity.
Oof. That was nice. And you know as soon as she gets that D and runs through it, and if Mark Burton's picking it up, he's going to be shooting it to him.
That's the equivalent of a fast break, folks.
That's like exactly what a fast break should be. It's just one pass. That's it. Done.
Boom.
Unless
Is it
it's
even
a
a break?
Callahan.
Is it even a break if it's just one throw?
That is an excellent question.
It's just fast.
That is an excellent question. We'll have to determine that as the game goes on. Seattle up 3-1 over Portland. 9 minutes, 27 seconds left. We got Jess Spalding with the pull. Love it.
Got to pump up the jam, you know what I'm saying?
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. We got Dennis going off. Jesse Bolton coming on.
My guy out there looking like a Super Saiyan.
Seriously, it looks good. Spalding with the pull. Swifts fielding it. Still coming down to Hostak. Salmon on the mark, but can't stop. Can we stop? Nope. Can't stop Rafi Hayes. Rafi Hayes is definitely someone that you're going to have to watch, and the Cascades definitely are going to have to kind of game plan around. Excellent receiver. He can go deep and make athletic grabs. He can come under to throw it. Kind of just an all-around threat that the Cascades are going to have to do something about.
That was Sugar Shane Worthington on there for the what was that? Attempt. It's kind of weird seeing him not come out with the disc.
Yeah, I think Rafi Hayes just got to the spot first, was able to jump up. Worthington was just a little bit trailing, trying to come up.
It was really a great throw.
It was a great throw, perfect leading. Not much that Worthington can do about that, but you know he's going to want another one.
Shout out my guy Abe.
More shout-outs. If you tweet at us, we'll shout you out.
Abe out there reffing, man.
Yeah, real community feel for here. A lot of Seattle players on the field, Seattle players on the refs, Seattle players in the stands. We got Sam Rodenberg now with the disc. Used to play in Portland. Centers it to Henry Fan. Henry Fan has Cam, my man Bailey. Little ambidextrous man right there, finding Burton up the line. Burton with the disc, elects to throw a blade to Chyna to swing the disc. Chyna swinging it over to Bailey. Bailey does a good job of faking that around, making it so that the mark really has to go take up a lot of space. And Chyna with a interesting choice, throws it to Boychuk, but Boychuk was pretty good covered. And Portland now off to the races, trying to tie this game up. Oh, that's become my favorite throw is the IO forehand to the center handler. And we got a throw going up. Bailey trying to box out. Bailey does a good job boxing out.
That was a great box out.
Former high jumper. He knows how to jump. Burton now looking to throw it deep to Brodenberg. Elects to throw it to Boychuk instead. Back to Burton. Burton with the hook to Fan. Fan does not have the legs. That was just a little bit too low of a throw, too zippy. Not sure anyone could have gotten that. That's on either team.
Not enough wind for that Fan.
Zig, I've missed you. Trevor Smith now with the disc. Fighting Shea Brennan.
Yeah, the inside out is nice.
Yeah, probably in the wetness, that's going to be a little bit easier of a throw for a lot of these players. Smith now back with the disc. Finds Lee. Ooh, I like this Ramirsa Rodenberg matchup, and I've seen both of them make that bid a lot. That exact style bid. That was Alexa Ramirsa, nicknamed Future. Trying to reel in that disc that was just a little bit too far away. Burton now picking up. Finds Cam, my man Bailey. Finding it to Henry.
Boychuk
Boychuk to
Yeah.
Rodenberg! That's my teammate. And what could have been a tying point for Portland turns into not. Seattle 4, Portland 2. Just over 7 minutes left of the quarter. We got a long game left. It feels like the game's been going on for a while, and it hasn't. It's only been going on for like 5 minutes.
I feel the opposite. I feel like we just started.
You feel like we just started? I feel like Seattle's been playing for a while. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
After me, hey, it looked like Portland was in a good flow right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just that inherit the throw right there off the bid.
Yeah, it was an interesting throw choice. I think he wanted to get a little bit more distance on it versus height, and I think it ended up trailing a little bit towards our end, so it wasn't even in the right
tweener?
spot. Yeah, it was a tweener.
Don't know about those tweeners.
No. Charlie Mercer now with the disc, looking to pull. Legendary pulls in the club division. Got some loud yelling. Could hear that from all the way up here. I love that. Portland getting it centered, finding Vin. Seems that was Lee. Now we got number 30, Katie Blease with the disc. Up the line to Lee. Lee just less than 5 yards outside the end zone. Find number 44 for the Swifts, centering it to Rafi Hayes. I hope people can hear Rory Titcom's voice on the sideline on the stream because
What a bid
I'll get back
by
to that
Nick
thought in a
Mahan.
second, but Nick Mahan with a huge bid. I thought he got it. No, I didn't.
6:27 remaining.
By the hair on the chinny chin chin.
Wow. He's going to get one tonight. I know it.
If he had like 2 centimeters more
Yeah.
of finger length,
Maybe even just 1 centimeter.
yeah, 2's kind of a lot.
Yeah. We would have like really long fingers. Both of us look at our hands. As I was saying before, that incredible play by Mahan and a great score by Portland. Rory Titcomb kind of coaching for the Cascades tonight. One of the loudest voices in the game. Can hear her all the way over here, clearly trying to yell at her team what to do on defense. And there's nothing better than hearing your teammate just out there with you that's from the sideline, yelling, telling you what to do.
And we got on headphones.
Yeah.
I
She's
heard her
loud.
perfectly.
She's loud in a good way. Seattle 4, Portland 3. 6 minutes, 27 seconds left of the quarter. Pull from Portland. And good pull by Vin Bui. Cam, my man Bailey. Centering it to Slim Amin. Stephanie Lim.
Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper. Oh, that's a good one. Shira, write that down. Back to Bailey. Portland coming out, doing a really good job kind of junking up the middle, making Seattle second guess, and ends up with a D. Number 45 now has it. Shooting it out to number 40. Oh, I thought he threw that at Cam's face. Oh, and just a little bit too far ahead.
Dude, they are falling in love with that inside out.
know it's kind of
It's
one
hard.
of those throws
It's
you live and die
hard.
by.
It's hard to like holster that.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you're successful at it, you just feel like you're going to keep being good at it.
It's saucy if it works.
Oh, yeah. Bailey now with the disc. Finding Bolton. Bolton looks off Palmer. Throws it under to...
Alexa off the poach.
Alexa Future Immersa gets it. I think she read her teammate Jesse Bolton's eyes. And then they end up kind of guarding each other, and Remersa can't quite reel that in. Remersa and Bolton, teammates in the club division. Sophia Palmer.
Another high schooler
sideline.
out there.
Yeah, I believe there's 2 high schoolers out here tonight.
Sophia and Martin.
Yeah, Boychuk with the disc. Finding Cam Bailey. He's looking to swing it around. Boychuk says no, and he's going to hit Fan beautifully up the line.
HP stacks. Off the head.
Stacks on stacks. Seattle 5, Portland 3. Just like that.
Stack them like Pringles.
Remersa with an incredible bid. I felt like she read that before the cut was even going under. Just can't quite get the conversion. Still excellent play by everybody.
Uh-huh.
It's like I play favorites, but I try not to.
What I like about you.
You hold me tight. Cascades D-line going out there. Just Spalding with the disc. Getting ready to pull. Again, we're going 3 women for this this quarter. Next quarter will be 4 women. The Portland Swifts have a small but mighty roster compared to the Cascades. They have just a couple more people on their roster, and we'll see if that ends up being like a big factor. Right now, not really.
Yeah, it looks like they got 2 lines.
Yeah. Which sometimes that can be an advantage. You're warm all the time. You get more cohesion, more repetition with your teammates, and you figure out each other a lot better.
Touche.
It's one of my favorite words.
It sounds like Tushy.
No, just I always say touche a lot. I love that. Ooh, Rapusura on the Hayes matchup, and I am loving it.
That's a real physical one right there.
That's a good one. He didn't give him any inches. And Rafi finding Sherry Young with a nice little blade. Everyone was pretty covered, but that was an excellent throw by Hayes.
It's a poo-poo platter of dimes.
Score 5-4 Seattle.
Well, we're going to give hopefully a quick shout out to one of our sponsors. We're going to start with Tiger Bomb. I have that one memorized, and I still haven't gotten my complimentary thing of Tiger Bomb.
Does that feel good?
You train hard and sometimes you hurt, but that don't stop you. Tiger Bomb's new active products are ideal for soothing muscle aches and pains for sporting enthusiasts, for use before and after your workouts, and not even before or after a workout. You can use it any time that something just feels a little bit achy and you want some warmth. Tiger Bomb, get it today. Portland now with their, I believe, second D point. Seattle 5, Portland 4. Portland looking to tie it up. Kind of hope it happens. I want a close game tonight. Burton fielding it, centering it to Sheena.
That is Sheena.
Cascade started out in a side stack. They isolated Sam Rodenberg. Couldn't quite get the angles. The mark and the downfield defense doing a good job of stopping that first cut. Boychuk now with the disc. Around to Rodenberg. Rodenberg has Sheena going deep. Good look off. Finding the Boychuk in the middle. Dishes it over to Burton.
We're working.
Oh, and Burton just has none of the commentators cursed, and it wasn't me this time.
Curse, man.
Burton with just kind of a weird little release. I think it just kind of slipped out of his hands. And Portland off to the races. Get out of the way, ref. Just outside the end zone, number 30, Katie Blyce. Stall count getting high. There's only 7 seconds they have to get rid of this. Ooh, and it's a stall. Oh, Portland just again has their D-line noses up against the glass, trying to get into the end zone, and no one is opening the door for them.
Them boogers crusted.
Bolton now with the disc. Was trying to figure out what Rory Tickham was yelling. I couldn't, and Rodenberg able to come up with the grab
That's that
from
reverse card in Uno.
Wow, yeah, reverse. Tickham now with the disc, middle of the field. does a good job faking to try
Good
to
fake.
open up that around lane to
Fake
get the
me
disc to
out.
Boychuk. Cam Bailey going deep.
Ooh, with the shoulders, you saw it?
Yeah, he tried. He tried, just didn't try hard enough. Rodenberg finding Bailey. Bailey's launching it. Oh, just a little bit too low. Boychuk not able to get his whole hand underneath it. Portland back on offense, trying to get this break, tie up the game. Rafi Hayes now with the disc. People are loud, and I love it. Swift's now close to the sideline. Finding Mila Laconia. Trying to dump it, swinging it over to the other side. Good space shot. And we have, cut under number 9. Yeah. The 9s are guarding each other downfield.
This ain't
Ticknum
Brooklyn.
and Bailey. Love it.
This ain't Brooklyn.
9-9.
Thank you. I'm glad you got that one.
I love that. I was laughing too hard to get the joke out. We're just going to try. That's going to be our theme of the night, trying to see how many Book of 9-9 isms we can get out here. Like bing popped. Ooh. Portland Swift just kind of dishing it back and forth, swinging it across the field, trying to find that perfect open throw, not force anything. And then number 9. 9-9. Making
9
an
says 9.
excellent cut to the
9
IO
says 9.
space.
It's mine.
Terry loves yogurt. Excellent work of the field by the Portland Swifts. They were they were more patient than before, took their time, waited for something right to open. It was still a bit tight, but you got the confidence, you got to shoot that shot. And we got a tie game now. 1 minute, 34 seconds left to get in the first quarter. Tied at 5s. Got some Bon Jovi now playing. I like the eclectic mix that the DJ is playing. Hitting all the right buttons. Just need some Christmas music soon.
I think they're starting to feel their groove.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a whole new game, I feel like.
I love it. Just before the second quarter, love it. Brennan not gonna pull this disc for the Swifts. Seattle's got Fan, Bailey, Palmer, Garrity, Burton, Lim, and Boychuk out there for their offense.
It's a good old line.
And it looks like Lexi, was just fielding the pull. It's what I like to call a John's play.
Lexi.
Is center the disc and then take off running and get in the end zone. Can't quite get in the end zone. Dishes it back to Fan.
Give it to her.
Oh! I thought Cam was going to steal that just because he could. He chose not to.
Relevant robbery.
Oh, I love that play. There's a player from Seattle that used to play on a mixed team called Shazam. His name was John Ladd. He's still alive. And his play would be to catch the pull, center it, and then take off deep. Used to call it John's play when I was playing on another team. Center the disc, take off deep.
Classic.
Classic. It's almost as good as Cuposaurus. Seattle 6, Portland 5. I'm wondering if Seattle's going to be able to get away with that again. So if you're not aware of it, if that back of the stack isn't aware, it's going to work out almost every time if the throw's on, especially if Burton's throwing it.
Lexi put on the wheels.
Crit.
I thought she was going to get in the end zone.
Same.
I mean,
But
she did.
blame the
but
throw. Blame the throw. Wasn't long enough. Nick Mahan with the pull.
That was Shane.
That was Shane?
Yeah. Sugar.
Okay, Shane and Mahan look more alike now that Shane has grown his hair out a little bit since last I commentated. Thank you. Sugar, good to see you again, buddy. Swift's doing a good job of
That'll be a good matchup
throwing
too.
up a lot of yardage-gaining passes. Swinging it over to Sherry Young. Charlie Idy on the mark. Oh, and guns out. Number 22, the good mark. Gets that D, centering it to Vegas. Vegas is Kelly Johnson.
Deuce Munoz.
Oh, that's a good one. Martin out there. Ooh, Martin taking off. Get it to him.
That was man.
Yeah.
They do
Munoz now
look,
with
they
it.
do look alike.
Yeah. They both have like similar shade of hair from up here. One is 80, one is 90. I'm just kidding. That's not true. Portland with a... Seattle with the clock running out, kind of have a desperate grab. Martin Lee attempted a bid, almost got there. And Portland just looking to shoot it. Got 10 seconds left of the quarter. Have to do something. Yeah, got to stop that clock when the disc goes out of bounds. Just going to go back to where it went out.
We're going to put 10 seconds on the clock there.
10 seconds are left. Vegas picking up.
Yeah, fix the clock.
Yeah, currently the clock says 1. It needs to say 10. Seattle's hoping to get a break with this. And almost not on the same page, but Deuce Munoz able to dig it out of the ground, but just can't quite get all of his hand on that throw with the time running out.
1 second.
1 second left on the clock. Portland picking up and basically just has to huck it, but it looks like something is called.
Oh.
We got some players that ran over another player.
This ain't leapfrog, folks.
That's not how you really want to end that quarter.
Wow.
I think Johnson's okay, just a little bit shaken up. Rafi Hayes being like, my bad.
Working hard and putting it all out on the field.
Man's like, my bad.
Let's hear it for both teams after a
But
hard
that's just kind of what happens sometimes.
First quarter's a wrap.
That's it.
What you think, Molly?
There's a lot of good and a lot of interesting. Mostly good, though. A lot of good isms that have come out of our mouths, especially you. I like the variety of offenses the Cascades are doing. They've gone side stack, they've gone vertical, they've gone hoe stack, they've gone just shoot it. And all of them have had some sort of level of success. I'm not sure if there's going to be one that they stick with, or are they just going to keep kind of rapid firing offenses at them. And I think the only thing that I want to see a little bit from Seattle is either more tight downfield defense, like Mark Munoz and June Rapusera and Martin Lee doing a really good job of staying tight with their people. I want to see a little bit more tightness, or I want to see zone, just because I love zone. And then the Swifts starting to get their groove. Really like what I'm seeing from them. They're using the space a lot really well. Just kind of got to see the disc all the way in their hands.
Yeah, they have been using the width of the field very well.
You just got to get those IOs a little bit more on target. Stay on target.
Their medium range shots have been pretty money.
Yeah.
Like 30 yards.
Yeah, I think a big game changer for the Swifts is if they could get like some cutter-to-cutter motion. They're doing a really good job of driving with their legs on that first cut, and then they don't really have another option after like 1 or 2 passes downfield. They need to recenter it and swing the disc.
Just like with that stall count down there.
Exactly.
They got all the way down, right at the goal line, but
didn't have a clear thing, nothing but blue surrounding a green.
yeah.
Gonna shout out another sponsor. We're going to shout out Cascades, sponsor of 5 Ultimate. Sal Cascades are sponsored by 5 Ultimate. 5 Ultimate is an apparel company that specializes in custom apparel for Ultimate players. They make you look good from the end zone to the dance floor. Check them out at the merch tent and see what else they have on 5ultimate.com.
I got 5 on it.
I got 5 on it. Zig, do you want to talk a little bit about South End?
Yeah, the South End is a tight-knit ultimate community south of Seattle. It includes schools like Mercer, Aki, South Shore, and high school Cleveland, Rainier Beach, Franklin, South Shore as well.
Yeah, and then we got South Sports here representing, selling merch. Got some players represented on the field. We got you represented up here in the booth.
Yeah.
Shout out to South Sports.
We repping in all facets right now.
Unofficial, they're our sponsor right now, along with a lot of other people's sponsors. Go South Sports. Cascades are going to be starting on defense for this point. There will be 4 women on the field for this quarter. Seattle is up by 1, 6-5. And I'm looking forward to seeing Portland just kind of get more in their groove. Like, they've got a handle on the field size. They got a handle on the weather now, I think, and now it's just kind of learning from each other and seeing the disc all the way in their hands, like I said before. Some players are really stepping up, like Rafi Hayes, along with Alexa Ramirza with a lot of big plays. But someone that's really solid is number 9 for the Swifts, Brenna Bailey. It's kind of all over the place. 9-9.
I was announcing for the last Cascades Cup, and Rafi Hayes' names came up a lot in that game too.
Yeah.
So
He's a good player, made
he's
really
not
big
he's not new to
statement.
this. Not new to this.
No. Just super athletic person.
Okay, ref. Nah, that was trash.
What was that?
Sorry. It looked good. It fooled me.
Is that Keegan Taggart? It's an open rostered Cascades player hanging out on with the black and white striped shirt, I believe. If it's not him, my bad. From here, it looks like him, but we're also pretty far away from the field. And I was wrong about who was on offense and defense. The Swifts are actually on defense. Cascades are going to be receiving the pole to start the second quarter. Shout out to 10-yard backhand. Don't know who you are, but you raised a bunch of money recently for a good cause out of Colorado. And you're overall just very supportive of the Seattle scene. A quick shout out to 10-yard backhand, whoever you are.
I think they lost the thumb war. That's why they're pulling.
Ah, got it. Yeah, they should do a thumb war between every single quarter. Got it. Sophia Palmer now going to be the starting, the initiator. Can't quite get open. Lim now finding Fan.
Oh, you know what's
finding
going
him
up.
wide open. Burton
it's
not going up. We have Lexion and Garrity with future Gardner. Made Burton think twice a little bit. Finding Fan. Ooh, Bolton with some nice footwork trying to get open on Hayes.
Ooh.
Fan unfortunately looked away. Alexa throwing around to Palmer. Palmer finding Burton. We heard Portland say, watch the around. Burton throws it around.
Should have watched it.
Didn't watch it enough. Cascades just outside the end
Oh,
zone.
yeah.
Burton going up. Contested. Oh, Rafi Hayes. Oh, my goodness. And Rafi Hayes just unleashes a monster backhand, and we got a number 2 going. Oh!
Hey, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, John Lee.
That would have been nasty.
Wow. Oh, man, you almost. Wow.
I would have gave him a point for that.
Oh, my God. I would have given him 2. Because Rafi Hayes wasn't even at the front of the end zone.
Yeah.
He threw it where he caught it. Burton now shooting it deep to Palmer. Rafi Hayes there instead. I think maybe.
Rafi's everywhere.
Yeah, Hayes might be Burton's favorite target right now, at least for the start of this quarter.
Sheesh.
He doesn't want that.
Sheesh.
Lee now with the disc. Back up from his big run. Oh, and just can't quite toe the feet in number 55 for the Swifts. Emery Autopolic. Burton now picking up.
Tic-tac, no toe.
So glad they called timeout. 9-9. The 9-9s are guarding each other. 10 minutes, 5 seconds left of the first quarter. No one scored yet. Seattle 6, Portland 5. Rafi Hayes kind of being the player of the point right now.
Check out our Cascades Academy.
Catching/D'ing both of Burton's long throws. Whoever's being guarded by Rafi Hayes needs to be aware and either cut under and go get the disc or occupy or something.
Occupado.
Cascades elect to take a timeout. Good call, in my opinion. Get resettled. Thrown 2 turnovers. Nearly gotten broken, like literally by less than an inch probably. Not sure exactly how close he got, but he got close to reeling that in for the Swifts.
Wasn't swift enough.
Not swift enough, John Lee. Almost. Maybe if Rafi Hayes took it to the front of the line.
Kudos, though.
Oh, big kudos. That was a big bid. Love seeing that. There's so many people on this roster that I could easily talk about. Like Kelly Vegas Johnson, amazing player, multiple world champions. Dennis Cassio out of Western I believe plays on a club team called Voodoo out here, also represents South Sports. Henry Fan, Gina Titcomb, Lexi Garrity, Mark Munoz, Sam Rodenberg, June Repisura. So many players that they can just like kind of roll out against the Swifts, and Swifts are doing a good job of answering. Titcomb with the disc. Whistle hasn't blown yet. Can't throw it until you hear the whistle. Whistle there now goes. Titcomb immediately around to Boychuk.
Blow the whistle.
I know, right? Blow the whistle. Just blow the whistle. Titcomb now with the disc. Ooh, great around throw to continuation. Swing pass to Fan. Fan finding Burton. Burton has Boychuk going. No Rafi Hayes in the mix, but we got a number 40. Oh, good. Wow. Boychuk makes number 40. Vin Boy for the Swifts go up a little bit too early.
That's buy one, get one free on attempts.
Seriously. Boychuk ever to go up, not get it, but then have to go dig it out of the ground for the Cascades hold. Seattle 7, Portland 5, 9 minutes.
Never give up, kids.
Never
give up.
Love it. Cascades D-line now going back out there. Looks like we got Sugar and Mahan. Salmon and Mahan.
Could be mayhem.
It's a good sandwich.
Ooh.
Salmon Mahan.
I'm hungry, man.
A Sugar salmon sandwich. Hope it happens.
Is it toasted or is it cold?
I like my sandwiches not toasted.
What?
It tears up the roof of my mouth.
My bad. I'm just saying.
It's okay. If it
like both.
sits for a little, it's okay to have like a little bit of crunch, but if it's like, I can't even, like it makes a tap tap when I hit it against the table, too toasted. Too toasted. Can't have the tap tap. I'm not eating a brick. I'm not eating a cracker. I want to eat toast.
You don't gotta be so crunchy about it.
I am gonna be crunchy about it. Bread's too crunchy.
See what I did there?
I love it. You always get me surprised, and I try to roll with it as best I can, and you make me laugh a lot. Trevor Smith with the disc for the Swifts, finding Holly Gibson. Gibson finding Rafi Hayes.
Good D, Ari.
Yeah, Sugar draws the Hayes matchup. Smith now with the disc, finding number 55, Emery Autopollock.
She's on
Autopollock.
Is on autopilot.
Serious. Ooh! And it almost ended up being a Mahan Sugar sandwich. Oh, Mahan. Almost again. That's his second one that he's gotten so close to.
Sheesh kebab.
Wow. But we got what we wanted. We got a Sugar Sugar salmon sandwich. We're going to say that one was untoasted because there was no D. We'll say that toasted equals D.
I think there's avocado on it because the Swifts are wearing green.
I love avocado. Guac or avocado?
Guac.
Okay. These are the things that matter, folks.
I'm new to the guac game, so I don't really know.
Game changer. Always say yes to guac, people. It should be free, but always say yes. Seattle 7, Portland 6. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left of the quarter of the first half. Also, got Portland pulling to Seattle. Let's see if this O-line can do a little bit better.
How do you think like the time factor changes the game? Or does it at all?
For a majority of the game, I don't think it matters. It's near the end that people get a little bit flustered. We saw that in the first quarter. They didn't realize that, there's a minute left. We have to hurry. And you end up going a little bit too fast. Like a minute is still a long time to get a couple of passes that are efficient, set up that deep game instead of just kind of hucking and praying. We don't need to do that. So I think it does, just not until later. Lim with the disc, finding her club teammate and Cascades teammate, Sam Rodenberg. Rodenberg finding Boychuk and immediately attacking up line. Boychuk puts it out in front.
Hey.
Sam Newell. Ooh, and a foul called. Oh, gotta walk up. Mercer can't do that. Mercer's out here like it's not hockey.
Contact on the mark there. Sam Rodenberg.
It's that Kung Fu Panda.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Rodenberg now with the disc, just over 5 yards outside the end zone. Throws it around to Goo.
Big
Excellent around pass.
You know who is good.
Is Goo. Bailey now with the disc. Cam, my man. Finding Slimmerman. Finding Rodenberg with the trailing edge grab.
Sam Rodenberg with the layup. The shot into the goal by Steph Lim.
That's I wouldn't call it an easy hold for the Cascades, but it was a hold.
Yeah, they definitely had to work for that one.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a little bit more of the storyline for at least this quarter is how can Cascades offense get a little bit more efficient. They're looking a little bit more comfortable than the last time they were out there, but just got to kind of clean it up a bit. Like maybe that ISO needs to start a little bit sooner or needs to drive deeper first before they cut under. Something little something's got to change for their offensive set.
Really attack the toes. Make them adjust.
Yes. 8 minutes, 15 seconds left of the second quarter. Seattle 8, Portland 6. Jess Spalding with the pull for the Cascades. We got Deuce Munoz out there. We also got my boy June. Oh, I really hope you guard. Hayes isn't out there. Hope you guard someone good and get a D.
He got to take a break sometime.
Yeah, sometime. Just really like that matchup.
There's other good people, too.
Trevor Smith is one of them.
Yeah.
Elects to guard him. Good choice. June doing a good job of stopping that up line. Ooh, an amazing grab by number 44. Owen Murphy. Finds Smith in the middle.
Pressure.
Kelly Johnson with the pressure. Player can't come up with it for the Swifts. Munoz with it. Throws something really high in the air. And Rabi Sur able to come down with it.
Juice. The juice is
with
loose.
the blade to
yes,
Heidi.
Sir.
Charlie Heidi with the break score.
June with the shrug. I don't know.
I don't know what that throw was by Munoz, but June was like, that's fine. I'll get it. I'll just wait for all these people to jump.
That was straight float, no root beer.
I couldn't even tell if it was a forehand or backhand. I believe it was an inside-out backhand, but woof.
Yeah, it was a backhand.
Yeah. Deuce Munoz got to do a little bit better than that, bruh.
His trajectory was off.
Yeah, it was like he was trying to aim for us almost. We're not part of the game. We're just part of the experience.
I'm not warmed up.
Nope, me neither. I actually haven't touched a disc since end of October. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left of the second quarter. Seattle 9, Portland 6. Seattle starting to creep away. Let's see if Portland can kind of close this gap again like they did in the first quarter. We got my boy Rafi Hayes back out there. Curious to see what matchup it is. Is it going to be Sugar or is it going to be Salmon?
Can they close the gap like a dentist?
Depends on the person. Sometimes you want that gap closed and sometimes you don't.
True.
Yeah. Personal preference. I think we would prefer that the gap gets closed. Ramirza now with the disc. Fighting Hayes.
That's a good matchup.
That is a really good matchup. Worthington with Hayes. Ramirza going deep. Oh, and Spalding able to make up the ground. I don't think Ramirza thought that Spalding was going to get out there and then just go gadget arms, whaps that disc out of the air. Great play by Spalding. Ramirza got to attack it.
Spalding balling.
The more you know. Spalding now with the disc, centering it to Johnson. Johnson around over to Sugar. Oh, Rafi Hayes, I think, got a leg on it, but we have Dennis Casio able to get underneath it. We have Nick Mahan just outside the end zone, looking for a dump, finding Johnson. Johnson just outside the end zone, finding Mahan again, and that's a break for Seattle. Wow.
Wow is right.
Wow. A lot of fast things happened. Couldn't quite get our little jokes out in there.
I sense a lot of momentum going right now.
Yeah, the pendulum is kind of just hanging out on one side right now. Portland wants it to swing back the other way a little bit. This is when you tell yourself you know what, nothing else matters before this. Let's go have fun, let's play, close the gap, then I'll get competitive.
Fans, if you're looking to score some Cascades swag, can't catch those shirts.
6 minutes, 26 seconds left. Seattle 10, Portland 6. Cascades doing a good job on defense. Keep that offense off there. Keep them off. They weren't doing that. They were doing okay. They weren't as efficient as they could be.
Mark Munoz on the pull.
Yes, deuce. Excellent pull by Munoz.
It was
We
pretty.
got Martin Lee and June running down to guard the handlers. Ooh! Throws into traffic. 55 for the Swifts, able to come down with it. Double teaming again is allowed in the AUDL, and Cascades decide to show that out there right then. Portland Swifts kind of making it look easy right now, doing a good job of finding all these unders. They're sticking to that sideline, just getting the disc over and over again on the open side. That's something Seattle's going to have to try to stop a little bit if they want to keep going.
it's open, drive through.
Yeah. Jamming up the jam hole. 39 for the Swifts now with it.
I like jelly.
Finding number 30 in the middle, about 15 yards outside the end zone. Just trying to find that spot. Elect to swing it again. I feel like the end zone could be a little bit more cleaned up for the Swifts. They're kind of just all spread out. There's not really anybody open. There's not really good angles to throw to. They're going to need to clean that up a little bit. And we have a great up the line cut by number 30, but it's just too far out front ahead of them. Katie Blyce can't bring their hand on it.
The more throws you do, the more chances it's going to be
Turnover.
a turnover. Good timeout.
Yeah. Kelly Vegas Johnson elects to take a timeout for the
Timeout,
Cascades. That's their
Seattle.
second of the half.
Just under 5.
Just under, thank you, Dave Best Dog. Just under 5 minutes left of the second quarter. Seattle 10, Portland 6. And Portland just kind of doing it to themselves a little bit.
You can visit Cascades.
What's like one thing that you could would tell them if you were their coach?
Now, or
The Swifts.
Spin the wheel for a prize. And also pick up your own
They just got to gut it out.
schedule so you can keep track.
I say they really need this point
Yeah.
because going down less than 5 minutes to go in the half,
Will be kicking off.
then you have that whole half to think like, oh, dang, we're down 5.
And fans, I want to let
Like,
you
oh,
know
we're down
that
3? Cool.
GBK
Down 4? All
is the official
right.
real estate partner
5.
5? Sheesh.
dedicated to the highest level of ethical representation.
Swifts are looking to get a couple of fresh legs out there. That's a good call. We got a lot of game left.
I think we sub 2.
And if you're buying or selling a house, consider working
I believe you are right.
with Chopsy.
Garrity, I don't think was on before. Was she?
Is HP on? Yeah, HP.
Yeah,
no.
HP on.
No, he's
HP
on.
HP on. HP's on. Okay, okay.
We're not talking about a laptop either.
No, we're talking about the real HP.
Yeah.
Stacks. Henry Fan.
Stacks with a Z.
Stacks on stacks. Cascade starting out in a hoe stack. We got Cam Bailey wide open on this far end zone. Available for a swing if it's needed.
Poachy.
Oh, Garrity just can't quite get their hands on that. And excuse me, that was not Boychuk. That was Lim that tapped that disc in. Rafi Hayes with the deed gets the disc just outside the end zone, and they get that score. Zig, it's what you wanted. It's what you told them.
That's what I told them. They listen.
Yeah, credit.
Tight squeeze score.
Credit to the credit to Zig No Zag for that.
You're welcome.
That goal.
Slapstick.
What's the reverse of a commentator's curse? Commentator's glory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Seattle 10, Portland 7. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left.
Now they need a break.
Yeah, that was a great play by Hayes. Tries to kind of catch the disc in the air, hop it back into the end zone.
It was low-key like a no look
Yeah.
over the shoulder.
Yeah, it's kind of stall count getting high. Here you go.
It's like he saw the double team was there, just right around him.
Yeah, excellent play by Hayes. Definitely becoming one of the standouts of this game. But there's a lot more around here. Portland now pulling the disc. If we could cheer really loudly for you, Portland, we could, but it might break the microphones that we have, and it would make both of us uncomfortable because we have the headphones on. Yelling loud kind of hurts a little bit. Number 7, Shea Brennan with the pull for the Swifts. Titcom picking up for the Cascades. And Cascades are starting in a flood play, isolating Fan. Fan gets a disc, electing it to shoot it to Palmer. Palmer tries to jump it in, but loses sight of the disc.
That was a dart, boy.
Yeah, look, I think she looked down. I think she didn't see the disc all the way in. Oh, and Titcom does what she does best.
That's 909 violence.
Seriously. 9-9 crime. And trying to stall.
Stall is called.
That's the second of the game for the Cascades.
Yeah, excellent defense by the Cascades. But I want to say they're just not giving their players an outlet. Like, there's not really anything special. The Cascades are doing it to get those stalls. But 7 seconds goes by pretty quickly.
Really quickly.
Lim now with the disc. Finding Burton. Burton fakes the around. Dishes it over to Lim. Lim throws one of her favorite throws, IO forehand, finding Fan. Fan with his little what I like to call his fadeaway OI to Bailey. And he runs away. Look at him running away. Fan's like, yep, I'm out. Bye.
He does this.
Cam Bailey with the dunk on the crossbar.
I missed that.
Yeah, I was actually really not sure if he could get up
there.
there. He got up there. He got at least a full hand up. Dunked the disc over it. Nice and clean. Seattle 11, Portland 7. Let's get some Slurpees. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left of the second quarter.
It's a little cold for Slurpees.
It is, but I got enough layers on that I might be able to be okay. I would probably just need to immediately go home if I had a Slurpee right now. And we don't want that.
My brain can't freeze.
You stick the tongue to the roof of your mouth and it goes away. You're trying it. Just following with the pull for the Cascades. Wearing an excellent number 21.
Look at that stride. I see you, Denny.
Dennis getting his legs down there fast. Swifts doing what they do. Oh! Rafi Hayes looking to shoot it deep. Sugar Shane Worthington gets a paw on it. Just ricochets out of bounds.
Sugar said it's not sweet.
Give it. He took candy from not a baby, but a Rafi. Oh, and almost D by the Swifts.
Big swing.
Swinging it across to Mercer. Charlie finding Kelly.
What a safe space, Dennis.
Yeah, it was an excellent space for Dennis to be for that around. Dengue, Charlie Mercer now with the disc. Swinging it over to Casio. Casio looks off. It would be an interesting throw to Mahan with Rafi Hayes guarding tight. And, Charlie Eide can't quite dig the disc out. It was a really low around throw by Charlie Mercer. Got a little bit of problems for Charlie's on that point, but they're going to bounce back. And, just a little bit too behind that throw for the Swifts, and Cascades are instantly back on offense.
Ball does not lie.
Ball don't lie. Casio picking up. Fakes the hammer to Worthington. Finds Mercer under. You can hear the Rory Titcomb coach yelling, push back, give all the space. And that's what leads to a nice break for the Cascades.
Nick Mahan on the goal.
Salmon. That was I'm going to credit that point to Coach Rory Titcomb. Did an excellent job of yelling, get to the, basically like push back, like make the space.
Yeah.
Get your butts to the back of the end zone line so that you can give all that space to attack either from someone from the front or someone from the back. And that led to Nick Mahan just running and a my disc break for the Cascades. Seattle 12,
timeout
Portland
called.
7.
Timeout called by Portland.
Good call. They're down a lot.
Yeah.
Less than 2 minutes going into halftime.
Like I said, 5 is E. 4 is 3 is, yeah. 5. Sheesh.
Going to give a quick shout out to Disc Northwest. Our community partner, Disc Northwest, organizes games, leagues, and tournaments for the entire Northwest Ultimate community from elementary school to adults. To find out more about where to play, visit discnorthwest.org. I believe there was 2 hat tournaments run today by Disc Northwest. Dangle Wrangle and Chick Flick, I believe, were today. Adult tournament that also had a youth division. Hat tournament, if you don't know, is when you show up as an individual, you bring a buddy, and you don't know what team you're on until you get there, and the teams are drawn out of a hat. And then you play.
Hat tournament.
It's a hat tournament.
Provider of video conferencing solutions. Proud to be the official.
Who's a player for either team that you kind of just want to see blow up in the second half?
I want to see Dennis Castillo. He was doing some good work in that last point. So I think he can. He's just very steady.
Yeah.
So.
All reliable.
I want him to come out and do something crazy.
I'm going to say the same with Ari Lozano. Kind of just quietly shutting down her person. I think she's touched the disc, but it's been fast. She's done a good job of efficiently getting rid of the disc, getting the disc out of her hands, moving the ball.
She's been playing some good downfield defense.
Yeah, I want to see more. I want to see her get a block, not just shut someone down. Because not everybody sees that. We do.
Yeah.
Not everybody does. So keep your eyes on, I believe, 81.
71.
71. I knew there was a 1.
Yeah.
And it was a high number. Number 71, Arla's out there right now for the Cascades D point. And Swift still going into Hostek.
Shout out Age Up.
Oh, big shout out to Age Up. We'll talk about them later. Remerso now with the disc. Throwing a kind of a Blady Huck, trying to find their teammate in the end zone.
I think June got a hand on that one.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
He tipped it.
It's like, I don't need to shout out June. He's standing out and doing a good job. Vegas.
It's June and December.
Christmas in April. Woo-hoo-hoo. Martin with a nice little sneaky up the line with an IO forehand by Johnson. And Martin trying to shake his person. Charlie Mercer electing to put it to Martin Lee. Martin Lee just clap catch, making it look easy.
Charlie Mercer.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Eurostep celebration.
Three Cascades go. There.
Martin started that cut early.
From like the 35.
Yeah, and luckily the disc got to Charlie Mercer. She is not one to shy away from launching that backhand. Sees that Martin has a step, launches. Easy clap catch. That was nice. Less than a minute left, 53 seconds left. Seattle 13, Portland 7. This is when we're going to see what they do with the clock running down. Are they going to be efficient, or are they going to try to take their time and then shoot it? We shall see.
I think it would be kind of like in basketball where you want the last shot.
Martin Lee.
Or is it just you just score whenever you can?
With a minute left, and the way that their offense has been running, I would just say, like, score as fast as we can. If their offense has been would have like a little bit more time together, if it was later in the game, I would say like run the clock and then get a score. Too early in the game for that, I think, but we'll see. Trevor Smith picking up, finding Gibson. 40 seconds left. Big backhand. They're electing to go fast, and Vegas able to get her hand on it. Rafi did a good job of avoiding contact.
Catch
Johnson
your knees.
doing it. And we have a call. Not sure what's happening, but we're going to find out for you folks.
An injury? Yeah. I think that's Ari.
Ah, okay.
Had to step off.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit injury happened.
I can't see their number, who came in.
Might have been Charlie Eide that came in.
Where's that, Mercer?
Or Spalding. Mercer came on.
Yeah.
That was the previous point I was thinking. Great up the line defense by Portland on Spalding, number 55. Worthington around to Eide.
Those floating around backhands are nice.
Yeah, 15 seconds left of the quarter. Spalding now with the disc. Casio now with it. 7 seconds left. Hammer. Worthington is there. Spalding is there. And, if they kind of worked out, someone go up, someone hang back, could have been a score, but
That's half, folks.
halftime over, and that's how it ends. Just kind of good D on one end, almost good catch, but good D on the other.
The score is 13-7, Seattle over Portland.
Thoughts about that half?
It was really close for a while. It seemed like that last quarter. I think like they kind of ran out of gas a little bit. It's kind of funny because they just drove here, run out of gas. But yeah, that's just what I thought.
Now it's halftime, and they can go to Hoppin' Mart.
Yeah, fuel up, unleaded because I ain't rich.
Yeah. Unleaded's always the way to go. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Going to eat some quesadillas. Be back fresh for y'all for the second half. Please tune in. We like you.
Yeah, tap in.
See y'all soon.
Welcome back to the second half of play in this Cascades Cup. And your Seattle Cascades are leading 13-7 as we come into the third quarter.
Ooh, what a
Welcome
big.
back, everyone. Ramersa digging that out of the turf. Sorry for the delay getting our RDO up. Had some tacos to eat. Swift's making swift movement down the field, and Ramersa finally coming down with one in the end zone instead of doing a little tippy-tappy like she was doing the first half.
And the Swifts
The future is here.
to 8. Trailing by 5.
Great defense by the Cascades. The Swifts got like a little bit lucky on 2 of those throws. Still really fun to see. Seattle 13, Portland 8. Just over 30 seconds into the third quarter. Shout out to everybody watching. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us.
Tell your friends to tune in.
Yeah, please. And also tweet at us or comment at us. We'll do stuff maybe. Maybe.
Possibly.
Likely.
Probably.
Meh. Swift's looking to pull it. Get going again into this half. Cascades O-line, they've had a little bit of trouble the last couple of times they've gone out there, just a little bit not quite on the same page, not as efficient as they could be. Let's see if that changes a little bit. Bolton picking up, centering it to Burton. A little bit of a flood play, isolating Lexi Garrity. Swift's doing a good job of poaching into the lane to stop that throw going up. Lexi gets it eventually after a dump throw. Up the line to Fan. Trevor Smith almost getting a hand on it. Burton now. Swings it all the way over to Bolton. Jesse Super Saiyan Bolton. Finding Cam Bailey in the middle. Bailey to Grit Garrity. Burton with the disc, wanting to throw it in the end zone. No one going there quite open. Alexa throwing around to Bailey. It's getting a little bit more windy here, folks. I think it started to get windy down on the field in the middle of the second quarter, and we're starting to feel it up here. And we got Cam, my man, Bailey. Hopefully he's going to go do a dunk so that Zig knows they can see. Yeah! There we go. Much more efficient look by the Cascades. Isolating Lexi, good choice. Excellent choice. Seattle 14, Portland 8. 10 minutes, 26 seconds left of the quarter.
I'm kind of jealous of them because they're all running around and staying warm.
Yeah, I'm cold now. I did have some hot chocolate in the middle of the thing. Before I got here, I decided to make a thermos full.
I'm being warmed by my burrito
Yeah.
because I'm saying burr.
Burrito. There's like 3 extra R's in burrito.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
Get your booty on the floor tonight. Classic song playing in the background. Love hearing it. Crowd's getting into it. We got a good crowd out tonight considering it's December and 40 degrees and it was raining. So pretty happy about that.
It was like
Excellent vocal cords by Future, Alexa Ramersa. Got that all the way up here on our mics with that little cheer.
it was a big cheer.
It was a good cheer. Austin Kelly centering the disc at the midline. Right there in the middle. Cascades doing a good job of poaching into the lanes. Sherry Young finding Holly Gibson up the line. Rafi Hayes now with it, just outside the end zone, about 10 yards outside the end zone. Holly Gibson attacking up line, not open. Oh, and if...
It's kind of like a lasso forehand. What the heck?
I think the receiver was thinking that Charlie Eide would maybe dart out at the last second. Martin Lee now with it. I want to see him blow up again. Kelly Johnson swinging it over to Cassio. Cassio launching it to Rapisura, Rafi Hayes, and Trevor Smith in the area. And June doing at least what he does best so far is picking up the trash. And a stall. First stall called for Portland. Unfortunate because that was our boy Martin getting the disc.
Jinkies. It was a scuba too.
Zoinks. Rafi Hayes throwing it up to Lee. Lee airing it out to Gibson. We got Vic, Cassio, and Johnson. Just got away from Gibson. A little bit too far for her. Johnson decides to outrun a little bit, go to pick it up. Charlie Eddie getting everything started. Tightly contested by Sherry Young. Excellent defense by them. Eddie swinging it around. Eventually gets to Vegas. Vegas dishes it over to Casio.
Man, wide open.
Casio got the salmon. A little bit stagnant downfield for the Cascades D-line offense, but that might be what they want because Johnson, Dennis can't quite keep control of it into the ground contact.
Tough.
Very. Trevor Smith airing it out. Rafi Hayes against Salmon. Jocelyn jumping. Oh! Dropping. Hayes can't get a paw on it. Mahan did a good job being a little bit of a pest.
Really trying to box out right there.
Martin Lee.
Worried too much on the person, not on the disc.
Yeah. ID trying to find Rappy Sir, and Rappy Sir just coming down with all the junky things, and Cascades elect to call a timeout.
Timeout call.
Woof.
Seattle. Both teams
Okay, now this has been a fast half. 7 minutes, 41 seconds left of the third quarter. Seattle 14, Portland 8. I like that timeout call by the Cascades. It's a good call.
25 years.
Portland, I feel like their energy is up. Their execution is a little bit better than it was the first quarter.
Promotional products for a wide range of commercial
But they back. They're coming back. They're putting on a lot more defensive pressure than I feel like we saw earlier in the half. More like everyone is showing it versus like one or two people. And that's fun to see. June with the sticky hands coming down with a lot of stuff really close to the sideline, really close to the end zone.
Big body.
Big body. Got the shoulders, hitting the weights, holding his own.
Lifting with Tito. South Sports reference.
Can't see the S that I threw up, but I did. Not sure if any subs have. Looks like Trevor Smith came off, Lee came off, Gibson came off. So at least 3 people on Portland new legs out there. That's a good call. They're on defense. They want to get this stuff. They're down 6. Seattle 14, Portland 8. Again, 7 minutes, 41 seconds left of the third quarter. Portland trying to claim a little bit more of their the momentum back from the Cascades that they had in the first half.
They look cold.
They look how I feel. Burton gonna pick up coming out of this timeout.
Like a double team?
Looks like a double, at least a, not quite a double team, more like a 2-person cut.
1.5
Yeah.
team?
It's like Mercer using the crab walk, and I don't know what that was.
It was like a punt.
Okay, I was like, how long? Wasn't sure when the whistle blew, and I thought that was early in the count, but
I think it was at like stall 5 or something.
Okay, that makes sense. Swiss picking up, bringing it on the end sideline, centering it, taking a nice big swing.
They took that quick peek.
Yeah, Cascades are doing a good job of stopping the break side throws, either with someone up front in the lane or the cutter defender is sticking close and making that window hard. And unfortunate, another stall for Portland.
I think that's 3.
That is the third one for Portland. Cascades get it on the goal line. Burton picks it up, dishes it up to Rodenberg. Score for the Cascades. Seattle 15, Portland 8.
Dishing it up, and it's all you can eat.
Speaking of eating, got Sunset tacos and burritos out here tonight.
Shout out Sunset.
Shout out Sunset.
I took one bite of a taco.
Is it good?
Yes.
Ooh. Muy bien.
Très bien.
Trey. I took French in high school. Tried to learn a bit of Spanish.
Man, I tried Japanese.
Oh, I did that too once.
And like, as soon as we got to the characters, I was out.
The kanji, yeah.
I switched to wood shop.
Another class I wish I could have taken was wood shop or metal shop or any sort of shop.
I made a bunch of cutting boards.
You can never have enough cutting boards.
I see that now that I'm an adult and stuff.
I see that now that I have a lot of them. 6 minutes, 53 seconds left. Seattle 15, Portland 8. Spalding getting us started with this pull for this point. Trevor Smith picking it up. Centering it to number 7, Shea Brennan. Gets it centered back to Brennan. Cascades having, or the Swifts having someone hang out a little bit deep, and it looks like, oh, unfortunate turf throw.
Skipper.
A little bit of a skipper. You got to call skipsies if you're going to catch that. Spalding picking up. Cascades going into a vertical stack. A sort of double team. I like that look by the Swifts. Cascades, unfortunately, too wily to be affected by it. Dennis swinging it over to Charlie Mercer. It's not a game with Charlie unless she hits the ground. Mercer swinging it over to Cassio. Cassio kind of being like a really good marshal for this D-line in the handler area. Lozano now about just over 10 yards outside the end zone.
Nice and steady.
Nice and steady. Got the Cassio.
His name should be Eddie.
June just outside the end zone. Martin Lee trying to juke a little bit. Goes back to the handler space. Has Spalding. Spalding able to attack that disc. Pluck it out of the air. Looking to get rid of it. Back to Martin. Martin has a wide open Mahan. Looks to fake it. Finds his friend June. June Rappisero with the score for the Cascades.
From Martin Lee for the Cascades.
That's another break for the Cascades.
Roxanne, I see you, boy.
Seattle 16, Portland 8. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. It feels like this quarter is flying by. And maybe
dang.
because we're burring in our burritos.
Yeah, it's going by swiftly.
Cascading, in fact, through time.
Burr.
We're here all day. Okay, not all day. I got to go to bed at like 10.
I was about to say, you could be here all day.
I'm not. I usually am in bed by 9. I'm going to be pushing my bedtime tonight, and that's okay because it's worth it.
Barring a comeback after the fourth quarter, I'm out.
I'm out. That's not the signal. We had a signal earlier in case it got too wet, too rainy, too breezy. If I got wet sitting up here, I was going to yell, I'm out. And I was going to take the mic off, take the headphones off, and leave. But we are lucky it is still not raining anymore. It's been a pretty dry game. Very wet warm-up, but dry game. So it's getting everything started. Gonna finally get a break throw in the around space to Gibson. Gibson finds it in the middle to Hayes.
Lefty.
Hayes with a quick lefty, dishing it up. Swift's starting to look a lot more comfortable.
Dang.
Throw it. Okay, if that floated a little bit, that would have been really, really pretty. Just a little bit too zippy on that bladey huck.
That's exactly the word I was thinking. It was too much zip.
Too much zip. Kelly Johnson getting it started, throwing to her teammate. And again, not shy about unleashing that backhand is Charlie Mercer. June Rappisura running it down, doesn't have to lay out, clap catch. June Rappisura having himself an incredible game.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
That's his nickname, Juice.
I love it. June Juice Rappisura with the 17th score for the Cascades. Portland 8. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left at the quarter. Cascades are having fun. Swifts trying to. I think they're having fun. It would just be more fun if it was a closer game. And there's still a lot of game left. We still got another whole quarter. We still have just under 5 minutes left of this one. A lot of time left if the efficiency gets higher too. Got some techno music playing. It's helping us stay warm. It's helping Alexa Ramirza, Future, on the Swift stay warm, dancing on the 50-yard line on this sideline. Got to do whatever you can to stay warm and have fun, people. It's at the end of the day, it's still Frisbee. It's still ultimate.
SU 31, what was that? Got a floss, Holly.
We got a late addition to the Cascades D-line. Cam Bailey running out there as fast as he can before the whistle blows. Looks like they got in trouble for it because they're got a pull from the back of the end zone. And the 10-yard penalty. So Cascades will be pulling from the middle of the end zone line. Or back of the end zone line, excuse me. Wow. This is a big advantage for the Swifts.
That's a lot of yards.
Smith fighting Brennan.
I ain't not cold.
Excuse me, it's Brennan fighting Lee. Oh! I thought Sugar would have left his feet for that.
Holster.
Another IO forehand for the Swifts. Starting to connect a lot better. They're trying to move fast, kind of like mini style. Smith now with the disc, about 20 yards outside the end zone, trying to move the ball fast. Puts it out to space, attacks. score for the Portland Swifts,
Trevor Smith.
taking full advantage of that yardage penalty by the Cascades.
That was number 28, Trevor Smith.
Trevor Smith, heck of a player.
Minutes remaining.
Went to college at University of Oregon. Big player on ego.
Fans, the Seattle Cascades are sponsored by.
Sometimes when I'm bored, I'll watch old games, and I'm fairly in like the 2015s,
Custom apparel for Ultimate
2014, a little bit of the college championships. Still classics.
Check them out at the
Seattle 17, Portland 8. 4 minutes, 9 seconds left of the quarter.
So 2015 was like 5 years ago.
I know, it feels way longer. I remember watching it
Jeez.
live.
I feel like that was yesterday.
Yeah, you're telling me. Even 2013 doesn't seem like that long ago.
That's deep.
And that was, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
another spin pull.
Spin pull by Rafi Hayes. Fan fielding it, centering it to Titcomb. Titcomb electing to dye her hair blonde for the club championships.
Yeah, that really threw me off.
Along with Sam Rodenberg also did the same thing. They've both been wanting to do it and decided to do it. Rodenberg throwing it to Titcomb. Feels like there's a lot more like intensity and energy from the Swifts, and I am loving it. They're a lot tighter right now on defense. Cascades are having to make a lot of cuts, dump it a lot more than they want to. Burton breaks free. Wants to shut it deep, but an excellent dump to Mark. Stops it Huck to Bailey. And Fan has an interest, looked like a little wobbly when he released it. Ends up into the turf. We got Sherry Young picking it up for the Swifts. 3 minutes left of the quarter. Number 44 gets it centered. Murphy with the disc. Swinging it over to Ramersa. Ramersa has a player open. Gonna put it. Can you toe the line? And you can. And a break for Portland. Is that number 9? Is that 9-9?
That was number 30, Katie
30.
Blease.
Katie Blease, let's go. Seattle 17, Portland 10. Coming up. Moving on up to the
Ooh,
east side.
double digits.
Yeah, 3 minutes left of the third quarter. Seattle 17, Portland 10. Liking what I'm seeing from the Swifts now. A whole new team coming out here with a lot of energy, staying tight on defense, efficient on offense. Cascades just looked a little bit too comfortable going into the second quarter, and they kind of got a little bit of a wake-up call the last 2 points with the yardage penalty and the quick score for the Portland Swifts from them. Team full of veterans, though. That's not going to shake them for too long. They're going to get back in it. They're going to get focused
That'll happen here and there when
in a game this long.
and the score being so,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I do. Some people like to say it. There's games of runs in Ultimate. Some people don't like that saying. I would say we got a little bit of the runs tonight. I cracked myself up. Burton now with the disc.
Wipe it out.
Slim now. Gets it up to Grit Garrity. Garrity getting double teamed. Excellent dump defense. Shea Brennan doing a good job taking
shimmy.
that lane. Palmer now with the disc. Yeah, Brennan stopping a lot of these throws, making them hard, and Lim almost throws it into John Lee's hand. Garrity now with it. Tight defense happening from Trevor Smith on Mark Burton. Gets it over to Henry Fan. Henry Fan trying to find his downfield cutters. They can't get too much separation. Turnover. And the Swifts are now off to the races trying to get another break. And we got a big Huck going up. One-on-one. Palmer in the area, but can't quite get position. Can't find the disc quick enough over Brenna Bailey. Brenna Bailey putting it out front. And that's another break for the Portland Swifts. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
If they could carry this all the way into the fourth quarter,
You
never know, folks.
I love it. Seattle 17, Portland 11. Just under 2 minutes left of the third quarter. Things are getting exciting. Things are getting awesome. They were awesome before, but they're more awesome. That's just how things happen.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
So awesome.
It's awesome.
Like some more?
I love s'mores.
Because we
Shout out to Kaede,
Because we want some more.
teammate from Japan. Always, never says no to making s'mores. If there's a fire pit or somewhere that has an open flame, she's going to be making a s'more. Like, I had too many of them at the beginning of the summer one night. She just kept making them, and I can't say no to them.
How do you do your marshmallow?
I honestly like to set a little bit of it on fire at least, so there's that crunch and that smoky flavor.
So you like crunch with marshmallows, but not with a sandwich?
No, doesn't rip up the inside of my mouth.
True. I'm just asking questions.
I know. It kind of like disintegrates too. It's like it gets like that little like at first, and then it goes away, which is
Bailey.
how toast should be. Bailey now with it, centering it over to
swing.
Titcomb.
Yep.
Excellent swing look. The Swift staying tight but challenging everything else. Disc goes up to
D-money.
Bailey. Bailey gets up over his defender, finding Nick Mahan to follow the play. That's the efficient offense that I wanted to see from Cascades.
That's straight trust right there from Dennis.
Oh, yeah. Bailey read that the whole play. Defender was kind of trailing a little bit. Got to the space a little bit too late. Bailey already had the zone up, sent up, jumped up, grabbed up, put up, scored. Seattle 18, Portland 11. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. I'm hoping that doesn't deter the Swiss from keep ramping up the intensity, because the last like 5 points from them have been incredible, and I want to see a little I want to keep seeing that from them. They only got like quarter and a minute left of the game.
It can be hard to muster that up though. Like if you're like feel like you're coming back and then the other team answers, it's just like So we'll see how the Swiss react.
Yeah, common practice for some ultimate teams is everything's a game to 3. You just break up the game into games of 3.
You got to win the game 3.
Got to win the game to 3. So right now, new game to 3, 0-0. Mahan with an excellent pull.
Or is it 1-1?
We're going to say 0-0.
Bet.
Just to make it easy on my math.
Bet.
Brennan now with the disc. Being forced backhand. Cascades doing a good job of kind of altering their angles to make things a little bit hard. Trevor Smith ending up finding Rafi Hayes on the break side. Cascades trying to force backhand. Rafi Hayes putting up a big one. Martin Lee in the area, trying to find it. Oh! John Lee just in the right space. Hammer back to him. Excellent hold by the Swifts. Martin Lee, you did a good job, just couldn't quite get in front of his defender. Excellent grab by Lee.
Excellent positioning too by John.
John Lee, excellent work. Martin Lee, good D. Seattle 18, Portland 12. Just under 40 seconds left of this quarter.
I want to let you know, if you're a Ultimate player,
Wow.
Ultimate player, check out Winter Goalty.
I'm trying to think of like my favorite moment of the game, and I can't yet. Like right now, the only thing that's I'm remembering is Cam slam dunking it the first time on his celebration, and it being successful because I wasn't sure if it would be. But so many excellent plays, especially by June Repisura.
Yes.
Just solid juice.
Extra pulp.
I love pulp. Swiss with the pull.
So it's not fiction that you like pulp?
I actually don't mind it. Not fiction. It is non-fiction, in
Pulp
fact.
fiction.
Lim fielding the pull. Staring up to Burton. Have a flood play, isolating Henry Fan on the break side, or at least on the opposite side of what they think, where the disc ended up. Not really. Wasn't clear who he should throw to. A lot of mixing in the handler space. Eventually gets it to Lim. Lim finding Mahan. An excellent throw to, Worthington. Worthington and Mahan look a lot alike tonight. And Mercer finally getting her D on Rodenberg. Been waiting all game for that. They've been kind of going toe-to-toe, and number 45 puts it up immediately.
Sugar there.
Sugar coming down with it instead.
1 second
Wants
left.
to put it up.
Greatest.
And Portland's just going to eat all that up. We have the end of the third quarter. Seattle 18, Portland 12. Final quarter coming up next.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I think I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to eat a taco. Be back in a couple minutes. So game will still be going. Just going to take a quick break so we can eat some food real quick.
Where Cleveland High School will be drawing tickets for the raffle. If you've bought raffle tickets, get them out now and turn your attention to the stage. Fans, while you're tracking that raffle, take a look at Casey. He's out on one of our rad power bikes. It's electric. Seattle's own rad power bikes is on a mission to provide high quality, affordable bikes, e-bikes for the masses. Check them out in person at their awesome warehouse in Ballard or here at the game in the spring and today. More info online at radpowerbikes.com. Casey is cruising. Any more raffle tickets down there, folks?
And we're back. Had a taco. It was delicious. Shout out Sunset Tacos and Burritos.
Let's hear it,
Oof.
fans.
It was real good.
Both of these teams are working
We had
hard.
Casey the Sasquatch
Cascades.
on the rad bike before this poll went up. Thought there was going to be 8 people on the field against 7. Not so. Rad bike gets you out of the way fast. Lim picking up the disc. Finding Lee. Excuse me, that's Fan. Lee is wearing white socks. Lim to Titcomb. Portland was kind of in a junky poachy, trying to clog up the lanes a little bit. They're clamping down now. Looks like whoever's the next handler off is trying to be in the lane as much as they can. Lim now with it. Front of the end zone, finding Bailey. Cam, my man Bailey.
Shot goes in, Cam Bailey.
Slim shimmy is nice.
Oh, the slim shimmy is unbeatable.
Yeah.
Like, I fall for it every time, and I get so angry.
Cascades.
Because I think I have the IO covered. It's not. It's never covered. Seattle 19, Portland 12, 11 minutes, 21 seconds left of the game. Got Casey the Sasquatch. They're out there. They're showing off the rad power of the rad power bikes. It was actually pretty cool. That went by real fast. I ain't even mad.
Yeah,
I'm
Casey.
impressed.
Yeah, Casey.
This quarter will be 4 women on the field, 3 men.
Nice.
Lost track of that a little bit the last 2 quarters. Everyone just making so many plays, I hardly even noticed what the lines were. It just made me happy seeing people do stuff. Spalding now with the pull.
Bah.
Have you seen that video of the dogs?
There's a lot of videos of dogs.
I know, we'll talk later. It's not for us. Gibson now with the disc, trapped on the sideline. Gets it upfield, number 44. Swifts get it centered to the middle of the field. Still in a hoe stack, trying to attack the middle. The Swifts are either going up the middle or they're going up the open side. And
Oh, yeah, Martin.
yeah, that's what I thought. Martin Lee with the run through D. Doing a good job staying tight. Gets the thrower off balance.
Woe is me.
Woe is me. Charlie Mercer now with it. Almost 30 yards away from the end zone. Trying to get it break around. June now with it. Had Martin open. Decided not to throw it. Excellent around fake. Charlie Mercer trying to run it out. Can't quite get there. Portland Swifts now back on offense. Getting everything started, number 44, Owen Murphy. Murphy fighting Gibson.
High release.
It was a nice high release. Gibson, the lefty, finding Milo Laconia. Dump it back, centering it. Can hear nothing. I'm trying to talk while also listening to what Rory Titcomb is saying, and she's trying to implore her team to get tighter, put on that pressure. Seeing a lot of tight defense from Mahan, gets caught off guard. Dump goes up to his offender. Number 55 now with it. Alexa throw a big backhand. Vegas with positioning, but loses it, but can't quite run it down for number 30.
Sheesh, back and
Katie
forth point.
Blyce,
This
just
is
a little, huge back and forth, like ping pong happening right now. And it's just going faster and faster. Johnson, nice around throw to Repisura. Repisura to Mahan. Charlie Eide with an excellent under yardage gaining. Has to bid for it in front of Gibson so they don't get it. And another dig out of the ground by another Charlie.
back to back.
Back to back Charlie digging. Kelly Johnson just outside the end zone. Does a good job of getting the disc away on the other side, and I'm not sure what it's called. It's either a pick or a foul.
I believe a pick was called there.
And unlike other Ultimate that most of the population plays, you are allowed to move when violations or fouls happen. And I believe it was a travel on the catch. Kelly Johnson will have to take the disc back 5 yards. And I believe there is also an injury called. Holly Gibson coming off. Sherry Young coming on.
And Portland makes an injury sub. 7 on 7.
Want to see some good stuff from Dan Young, number 26 on the Swifts, tight defense. Vegas, Kelly Johnson now with the disc for the Cascades. Faking to get Repisura open. Repisura getting a nice around to Martin. Martin's dishing it over to Johnson. Johnson left with no dump. Elects to find Repisura. Repisura just a nice quick throw to Spalding. And that's how the Cascades scored that point. Seattle 20. Portland 12, 8 minutes, 19 seconds left of the fourth quarter. Wow.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
That's the way it was.
Good thing they got some milk.
I love milk. Whole milk or 2%? Or goat? Skim? Don't say skim. Skim milk is water pretending to be milk.
Okay, when I get coffee, I like oat milk.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice. We actually run out of that a lot at work. A lot of people like oat milk.
Shout out Sam Terry for putting me on.
Yeah, my sister is vegan. It's the only dairy substitute that still tastes good in coffee.
I don't even like coffee like that, but like with oat milk, I like it.
It's good. Again, 8 minutes, 19 seconds left of the game. Seattle 20, Portland 12. Brennan picking up for the Swifts. Centering it to Smith. Rafi Hayes boosting it to number 40. Mahan in the area. Gets a hand on it. D for Mahan. We've got the lanky twins of the Worthington and Mahan out there. I keep getting them confused still, even though one is wearing 3/4, one's wearing full tights, one's wearing gloves, one's not. Kelly Johnson picking it up. Contested grab by Charlie Mercer.
And one.
Foul called. Move it up.
Move it
on up. Burlington was open going deep. So it was a unfortunate foul that happened because I think we would have seen another backhand unleashed. And Johnson just rushes out a little bit too much. Disc goes over Arlizano's hands, and Swifts are off to the races. We got Worthington going up strong, but Smith wants a foul. Possibly will get it. Looks like the players are going to discuss it a little bit, see if we're going to get an integrity call or if Cassio and Worthington think they got it. Looks like no foul.
I think Cassio's needs to get stretched out or something.
We're going to have an injury sub here.
Yeah, Cassio coming off. Got Rappy Sura, in my opinion, player of the game.
South Sports for South Sports.
Always.
And then there was a strip call on the field.
Oh, it's a strip call. So Portland Disc. Nope, not Portland Disc. So thought it was a strip, retracted it. Cascades Disc now.
It was integrity.
And we got 7-on-7 again.
Johnson now picking up. Finding a wide open Spalding out of the double team. Spalding with a nice around to Rapisura. Cascades are just kind of the story that if you could pick one thing they're dominating in this game, it's their around backhands.
Yeah.
Spalding hitting the turf. Pulls the disc out of the ground. Cascades offense into a vertical.
Backhand.
Nice around backhand to Johnson. Around town. Worthington now with the disc. Has Charlie Mercer going. Not the right angle for him. Centers it over to Johnson. Johnson finding Mahan. Just one on the other side. Just stay on each side and maybe I can get their names right for Worthington and Mahan. Spalding getting fouled on the mark. Gonna move up 5 yards. We got 6 minutes left of the game. Seattle 20, Portland 12. Spalding will be 10 yards outside the end zone. Has Vegas at the front of the stack. Throws an IO forehand. Worthington tries to run it down. I think Kelly Johnson was going to cut back to the open side. Spalding saw open space in the IO.
Hit her with the okey doke.
Okie dokie. Worthington on the mark. Trevor Smith with the disc. Nice IO to Brennan. Brennan to Rafi. Rafi has a player going. Number 9, Brenna Bailey. Kelly Johnson in the area. And just can't quite read it. Kelly Johnson seeing it's going left.
That was a weird angle.
Charlie Mercer putting it up deep to Mahan, going shoulder to shoulder with Rafi Hayes. Excuse me, that was Trevor Smith. Excellent defense by Trevor Smith. Gets position early. Mahan, the only way that he can get it is to try to go up and over. And Trevor's not a small dude. Smith bringing it up, finds Rafi. Gets it over to Brennan, putting up a big backhander to Mercer. 2 defenders closing in, gotta go up strong. Pulls it in just outside the end zone. Dumps it back to number 40, puts it out to space. Vin Bowie with an excellent, not only excellent throw to the score, but he actually caught up to the play to give Mercer someone to throw to after that hook.
5 minutes remaining in the game.
Seattle 20, Portland 13. 4 minutes, 53 seconds left.
You need options.
Need a lot of options. We're going to take a sec. Shout out to Age Up. Zig, big expert, big involvement in that. Going to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, so Age Up is a leadership development and community building program for teens that is built around ultimate and mentorship between adults and youth. Learn more about Age Up at allgirleverything.org.
Everything Aged Up does is awesome, and more communities should have something like Age Up in their city.
Yeah, I was around when Age Up started, back in my younger days. And then I went away for school, and then I just moved back. and now I got welcomed with open arms. So it's a great community thing.
Excellent community. I was one of the adult guests a couple of times when I got started early. Always had a blast. They always learned something really incredible or did something really cool each night. A lot of good things coming from Age Up. Cascades got stifled a little bit in their initiating play. Finally finding Bolton in the middle. Gets it over to Fan. Fan putting up an IO forehand. Big huck. Oh, Rodenberg almost getting the correct read. Disc hangs up a little bit too much. And John Lee able to get in there. John Lee brings it up to the end zone. Swinging it over, far side. Back to John Lee. 4 minutes left of the game. Mila Liconia gets the disc, gets it back over to Lee. Lee finds number 55, Emery Autopolek. Just kind of going run and go for Mila. Ooh, a little bit of contested right there. Feels like Portland's just kind of chipping away at this point and finally tries to go for the jugular. And they just made that look really easy and casual, just like, okay, here's a top shelf item from the grocery store I'm grabbing. Nah, I don't want that. Here you go. Score.
It's not on sale.
Not on sale, not for me. Here, this is for you. Or, oh, this has gluten in it. Here you go. Something. Seattle 20, Portland 14. 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Reminds me of Anna Nazarov. Number is 33, but there's 3 threes instead.
Tray threes.
See. We.
Z-I-G. That's me.
Zig, no zag.
No zag.
No zag.
So like growing up, my family called me Ziggy, and then when I got older, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just cut the GY.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, zigzag? Nah, zig.
No zag.
No zag.
Now that's a good story about a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Rafi Hayes with the pull. He's had a good night tonight as well.
These pulls are nice.
I know, spin pulls. Not very many players do them, and caused a little bit of an interesting catch for Titcom. It kind of almost got away from her. Burton ends up putting it up to Grit herself. Lexi brings it in with 2 hands. Trying to find someone to dump it to. Finds Palmer. Palmer!
Hey, squeaked it in there.
Squeaky into Libby.
Into a slim window.
Very slim window.
From Sophia Palmer.
Excellent defense, though, by, I think that was Brennan. Just come flying in there, almost
another
gets it.
centimeter on the fingertips.
I know, if everyone had just another centimeter of fingertips, there'd be a lot more turns in this game. Unless that might change their throws. So maybe it wouldn't do anything. Maybe just the defenders have to have a centimeter.
Maybe it'll help their throws.
Maybe. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seattle 21, Portland 14.
It's been a fun night.
It's been a super fun night. I'm not as cold anymore.
I'm just glad it stopped raining for the health of these players.
Yeah. And everybody else here, but mainly the players because they're all wet. Okay, the taco that we had, it was chicken. It had the sour cream white sauce on it with some cabbage. All around good flavor. Elected for flour tortillas instead of corn, which is usually my go-to, but they made them a little bit crispy, not like toast, not like a burnt sandwich like we talked about earlier. Just had some nice crispy yet meltiness to it. The Swifts are off to the races a little bit.
I retweet on the Taco Talk.
Yeah, retweet Taco Talk. And just kind of getting a high stall count. Brenna Bailey has to try to get to Smith. Too tight of a window with Rapusera guarding you. Johnson finding Spalding.
Snag'ems.
Spalding really wanted to shoot it deep. No one was there. Finds Idy under her big yardage gainer. Charlie Idy looking at... Ooh! That was cool. Number 44, Owen Murphy, flying in out of nowhere, finds 55, Emery Autopolek. Wow.
Good peel off.
That was cool. Brenna Bailey now with the disc calls timeout. just over 10 yards outside the end zone. 2 minutes left. Good call on the timeout. Oh my gosh, that was an incredible D. That overshadows the taco.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in the game.
I don't
Do you
know.
agree?
I don't know.
For me, it does.
It was-
you also ate all
it
three
was-
of yours. I only
yeah.
had one. I would probably change my mind if I had all three.
Fans, if you're hooked on
Delicioso.
there's more Seattle Cascades action
Muy.
coming your way.
But that was a really good
Nah,
D.
that was a really good layout.
Safe play.
Safe play.
Gets the disc first. Reads it all the way.
Will be released in February.
Catches it too. Gets
Oh,
things
man.
off and running. Just got to capitalize now. Got to finish the play.
Grab a seat for the 2020
No cap.
No cap.
Seattle Cascades.
2 minutes, 7 seconds left.
Another season of 10 awesome
Portland down by
games
7.
your way.
Still having fun.
Check it.
Oh, still having fun. Alexa, future Remersa, always having fun.
There's no music playing, folks.
No, there's none, but there's always a tune in her head. There we go. There's the
There we
music
go.
now.
And now she don't want to dance.
I have no idea what song this is. I feel old. Oh, wait, no, I do. I like this song. Yep, now Future's still dancing, still having fun. They're enjoying their time here. They drove all the way up today.
Might as well have fun.
Yeah, really awesome to have this event. It's always competitive. It's always fun. Always has a lot of grabs, awesome athletic plays. And Seattle has never won the Cascades Cup.
What?
Yep,
Say what?
it's always been close. I believe the first year was against the Flamethrowers. Can't remember who it was against last year. It might have been the Spiders or the Flamethrowers again. Either way, Cascades are sniffing at this victory. Smith now with the disc, though. Squeaks it into Bailey. Bailey not sure if she was in or not. Shoots it over to her teammate, and that's a score for Portland. Seattle 21, Portland 15.
Oh, still within 6.
21
It only
to
took
15 Seattle.
4 seconds, 5
Portland
seconds
still
off the
by
clock.
2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes,
2:02.
2 seconds left. What area code is 202? Someone find out for us. Again, we're on Twitter. We're checking out the YouTube comments as best we can.
I just know we in the 206.
Jacob Corley, hope you were still listening when we talked about the tacos. Gonna enjoy the last two in 2 minutes, but until then, they'll remain next to me, deliciously waiting.
Yeah, my tacos didn't make it.
No, you inhaled them. I look over, there's half one left. I was like, I'm impressed.
You shouldn't be.
I'm
That's
still
slight work.
impressed. I'm impressed. Rafi Hayes, another spin pull. Really liking his pulls. Titcom gonna field it. It ends up making them trill in at a different angle than I think the receiver is thinking it'll be. Spin pull makes it tricky, and it looks like a little bit of a dominator with Titcom, Rodenberg, and Lim. Lim doing a good job juking and driving. Lim with a high release to Rodenberg.
Wow.
Rodenberg dishing it over to Titcom. There's the Swifts onto their play. Gets a little bit more defenders over there. But they just go the whole way. Lim to Titcom. Club Ultimate teammates as well as Cascade teammates. Three-person dominator all the way down the field.
Nice work by the Cascades women on the sideline there.
1 minute, 24 seconds left in the game. Seattle 22, Portland 15.
Portland 15.
I beat you there, Dave Bestock. I said the score first. Not sure how well you can hear him from our little microphone over here, but he's loud. He's always loud, but he's always really, really good. Shout out Dave Bestock. Journey now playing. Don't Stop Believin'. Holly Gibson dancing on the sideline as well. Remersa strangely still. Portland team at sideline is right in front of us. So we got a good look at what they're doing. Not sure what the Cascades are doing aside from Rory Titcom yelling really loud. But we got Spalding with the pull. It's cold enough where I can very clearly see my breath. It's not as windy, but that's okay. Sherry Young picking up the disc. Nice gainer to number 30, Katie Blyce. Finding number 44, Big throw going up to Rafi Hayes. Rafi Hayes reads that easily and score Portland. 1 minute, 3 seconds left. Seattle 22, Portland 16.
The shot to Rafi Hayes for another
Wow.
swift.
That hammer shot is so hard to like defend against, especially to the break side.
Yeah, it's coming over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Can't, not sure which shoulder, but also reading things over your shoulder can be tough when they're coming right over your head.
You got located. There's lights out.
Try to put your paws out. Timeout has been called.
Portland with a timeout.
Portland calls it.
What was your favorite play of the night?
Probably that D by 40 or 44. Was that Vin or was that no, Owen Murphy? Definitely that D. Oof.
I kind of liked
With a close
Oh.
second being Lexi's throw and go and go and go and go and go.
I like Cam's little sky over the pile over here.
Ooh, that was a good one too. Old man still got hops.
Yeah.
He told me to call him trash before the game started. I jokingly will say that Cam is trash with an asterisk at the end saying, no, I don't really mean that. I think he's an amazing human. Shout out Cam Bailey. He's a good pup. I'm not even sure if he would call himself a pup. Probably calls himself an old dog.
Oof.
Portland getting ready to pull. Got a phone call by Bailey Zonizer, but I can't pick up. 1 minute left of the game. Seattle 22, Portland 16.
Yeah, the last Cascades Cup was in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
It was against Portland as well, and that one was a close one.
I think I was out of town for that one.
Yeah. It came down to the last couple minutes.
That's how the first year went with the Cascades Cup against the Flamethrowers. Journey still playing. Again, Seattle 22, Portland 16. Minute left of the game.
Pulls up. Ooh, or rolls up.
Ooh, roller pole. That's the first one we've seen tonight. Lamb making quick work of it. Dishes it over to Burton. Cascade starting in a vertical stack. Peeling off. Wide open Bailey, but Alexa throw to a very covered Lexi. Who just plucks it out of the air over Mercer's shoulder. I don't think Future knew that disc was even up. Lexi didn't show that it was up until the disc was up and in her hands.
That was tough.
Wow. Excellent grab under pressure by Lexi.
That was just a straight trust throw.
It was, yeah, because he had a wide open Bailey.
Lexi didn't even have like real position on it, really.
No, she was behind.
Yeah.
Future was at like a step ahead.
July 17th, July 13th, which is July 17th.
Gotta love it when teammates try to call you on your phone, throw you off your groove while you're in the middle of commentating. They get a shout out instead. Bailey Zonizer, you the best. 43 seconds left. Seattle 23, Portland 16. Our fun night is coming to a close.
So much fun.
So much fun. So much tacos.
Not enough warmth. Still fun.
Still fun. I think now my feet are getting cold, so we're definitely at the right moment of the night.
Yeah.
Spalding with a nice big pull. Austin Kelly fielding it. Finds Brennan. 40 seconds left of the game now. Stall count getting high.
Pressure.
Can't quite get, Katie Blyce can't quite get it. Spalding picking up quickly. Cassio now with the disc. 25 seconds left of the game. Spalding finding Mahan.
Get one for the road.
20 seconds left. Double team happening. Big blade going up to Cassio. Doesn't quite have the distance on it. 15 seconds left of the game. Portland's got to make fast work.
The blade was too sharp.
Too sharp. Got to make it a little bit. Oh! Nick Mahan getting a paw on it.
Go ahead.
Rafi Hayes
Get
getting
you
his
some.
hands underneath it. Launches it. No time left in the game. Number 30 going up. Oh, 35,
Good game.
39. Holly Gibson almost getting a piece of that to end the game on a score. But the Cascades are victorious tonight.
Chee-hoo!
Seattle 23, Portland 16. Seattle says, you're welcome to Portland. But also thank you for coming.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you to the fans that decided to turn up live. Glad that the weather started to work out for us and the players. And it's been an incredible night. It's been an incredible season. Thank you all for having us.
Yeah. Zig no zag.
Mac McKeon.
Out.
SeattleCascades.com. Pick up your season tickets for the 2020 season. You can get your season tickets now. We'll see you back here at Memorial Stadium this March and April to kick off the 2020 season. Let's hear it for your visiting team, the Portland Swifts. And put those hands together and get those hoots a-hollering for your Seattle Cascades. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Again, stick around and say hi to the players and have a great night.